Hi, I'm Ed Traut from Prophetic Life. Glad you joined us on YouTube. We are doing Getting It Straight, which means answering questions and trying to rectify people's wrong ideas about the prophetic. Prophetic is disliked, or we're told not to despise, because of the very lack of understanding. And that's why I'm here today to help straighten those things out the best I can with the 40 years of experience and study I've done on this topic. All right, so we were asked how I could possibly see a movie in my spirit while I'm prophesying. Well, in my own particular case, and I must first stop and tell you that everybody perceives and receives differently. We all have different senses. Some people in the natural are more visual than they are hearing. Other people are more hearing. My one granddaughter, she listens to everything you say. When she did homeschool, she would hear every word. You dare not say something and then try and go back on what you said, because she's a listener. May not always see everything, but she pays attention to what is said. Other people are more visual. They have to actually see a thing to understand it. So in the natural, we have these senses, but in the spiritual world, we do too. We have 5 spiritual senses. Some people are inclined to be seers. Some are inclined to be hearers and seers. Some are inclined to be just sensors. They're sensing things. They just have a gut feeling, or they have thoughts come. They have different ways, impulses that come to your brain. Your brain receives impulses from your natural senses. It also receives it from the spirit world, and those 5 senses too, and your brain interprets it as it does in the natural. When you have a signal coming into your ear, you have a little bone with a little membrane, and your brain interprets the thousands of different combinations of those vibrations to make an understanding of sound. So now, when I'm prophesying in my own life, the way that God speaks through me, and when I have honed my skills to be able to maintain interest in a church setting where people don't lose interest. If I focus on one person and I'm prophesying to one person only and there's nobody else in the room, I lose interest and the faith level starts going down. People get distracted and they're not participating. I try to keep them all involved. And the way to do that is through some of the questions I ask and some of the slight little bits of humor here and there. And then when I minister, I will minister in such a way that it would be understandable for them. It's not just a flow of words and prophesying. It's word of knowledge, word of wisdom. And usually when I kick over into the spirit, I'm very oblivion. For me personally, I can't say other people are doing. I myself am cut off from all the activity around me. I'm unaware and I'm focused. I'm very focused in the spirit world, and I'm watching and peering, and it's like I'm in a movie theater and I'm having very quick snippets. I even smell fragrance and hear noises in the background like a washing machine. I'll hear things that'll tell me and send me signals and create an idea or atmosphere, much like you do when you watch a movie. So when I start to sense what that movie is telling me, or what that whole combination personally of those things, I begin to speak what comes out of me, and it's a combination of thoughts. Now, in my own personal life, in the last 5 years, an unusual occurrence has taken place where the Lord will interrupt me. He'll stop me and whisper in my ears, almost like he's standing next to me, and start whispering, tell them this while I'm still talking, almost interrupt while I have a flow. And I love it because usually it is so profound and so significant, it's so life-changing, and it blesses my heart, and of course theirs immensely. It's just tremendously wonderful. But in general, I will prophesy as I'm seeing. I'll just relay. But it takes a lot of practice, as all giftings does. Hebrews 5 verse 14 says that solid food is for the mature, who by constant use have trained themselves. There's a training that goes on. You train yourself in spiritual language and spiritual things. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 says we're expressing spiritual truths in spiritual words. And so God teaches you these words that are significant, even are tools. Words are actually God's tools, because he said, let there be light. And Jesus used words, and he said, for every idle word, for every non-practicing, non-functioning word, you're going to have to give an account. So words are very powerful. And in the prophetic realm, there are phrases and words that have a specific power behind it, that bring life, as does the name of Jesus. It's a very singled name, and it carries a certain weight and power in the spirit dimension, as do many other things that we use or say in the spiritual language. And as you move along and do it on a regular basis, these things become part of your life. But everyone develops their own style, their own method. If you're in a small setting of of a home group or individual, you don't need to do it the method I'm doing, and often I don't. In fact, usually the prophecy may go on for quite some time if I'm doing it that way. So I hope this will help enlighten you. This is Ed Traut from Prophetic Life Ministry. We want you to like us on this YouTube channel and to subscribe, and then of course also to click on notifications so we let you know that we are here.